My brother was visiting Merida, so we went to visit a Maya site that was new to us on the Pook route. I had already given him the tour at Uxmal, so I took him down the road to investigate Kabah, which is a site that tourists don't usually visit since you have to go past Uxmal. I had only read about Kabah, so I was also looking for answers to the questions: are these hieroglyphics related? Did the Maya make these masks from molds? And is that an Egyptian skirt, or are you just happy to see me? Structure 2C6, Cod's Pop. This is the first building of the group, and the hieroglyphics and the wall of mask are both here. This is the front of a raised artificial platform with 3 levels. After climbing 22 stairs, you reach the Cod's Pop structure with the wall of chalk masks, and in front, the hieroglyphic altar. I asked my brother Michael to get a good picture because the hieroglyphic reminded me of a Kemetic glyph that also happens to be Phoenician. And it should, since the Phoenician came from the Kemetic. This is the Kemetic glyph for town, and it is also included in the glyph for Kemet. Here we can see the two glyphs side by side, and when we rotate the Kemetic glyph next to the glyph from Kabah, and then add the Phoenician, it seems obvious that all three are related since we know the Kemetic and Phoenician are related. Next, we have the wall of chalk masks. This wall is unique and it features around 250 repeated chalk masks, and back in the day, there was more than 400 masks, and each mask is made of about 34 pieces. Now, I'm no chalkmatician, but that's more than 13,000 individual pieces, which brings me to the next question. How did they make the masks? Here you can see more details of the chalk masks that may or may not be elephant trunks. And notice how well they duplicated the individual pieces. After seeing the mask up close, I think they were made with molds, which means this is some form of molded concrete instead of carved stone. Here we have a figurine from the Mayan Museum in Merida, and notice the fine features and tiny details in the headdress, necklace, and facial scarring. How do you think they carved these without metal tools? I think it was made from a mold like this, and figurines like these were mass-produced to be standard. Mark Van Stone found some of the Mayan molds, and now it's easy to see that this figure in the Mayan Museum was molded. Here we have some other molds they found, so it made me wonder if these unassembled pieces at Kabah were molded like the figurines, since they also appear to be copies of one another. Finally, after molding and assembling and stucco, this is the result. When I first saw this statue in the Mayan Museum, I told my brother that I thought that dude had on an old school Masonic apron. Now, this was before I had done any reading about the Maya, but when I got home and looked at the picture, I noticed a couple things. The towel, the intertwined snakes, and the apron is more of a skirt. Anyway, we tracked him down at Kabah on the back side of the wall of masks. Here you can see 3 levels and another set of stairs, and there are 2 statues, one with a head and one without. The one with the head is called King with a Strong Hand, and once upon a time there were a total of 7 of these statues. Here's an example of a Masonic apron worn by George Washington, and Augustus Le Plongeon, also a Freemason, claimed to have found an apron with Masonic symbols at Uxmal, but somehow it disappeared. He believed the Maya Masonic origins more ancient than in Egypt. The apron he found resembles more of an Egyptian skirt, here modeled by Thoth. Now we have the 2 skirts side by side. Here's Thoth compared to the statue from Kabah, and here we get a profile from the Kabah statues. Finally, the 2 pillars. This feature is famous to Freemasons because of the mythical Solomon's Temple. Here we can see the two pillars in front of the temple, and here the same feature in the Valley Temple of Khafre, and here again at the Old Masonic Temple in Merida, Mexico. Now back to Kabah, we find it in a few places, but also under this half Maya arch beneath the staircase. So what do you think? Are the Maya and Kemetic glyphs related? Did the Maya mold the masks? And are the Maya and Kemetic skirts similar? Let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching.